Hey guys, this is Byron Horton with the Whitetail Experience, and I wanted to do a video today on filming your hunts for a budget-friendly type option. There's always threads and comments always being made on different forums and Facebook groups that, hey, I want to start filming my hunts. Here's my budget of $300. What should I do? Or hey, just getting into filming. What do I need? And I think a lot of stuff gets overlooked, or people speak to it that really don't have the best grasp of what it takes to film, and just the costs overall involved with it. And I think this video can kind of go to those guys looking to do this, kind of just test the waters and not invest a bunch of cash. So first and foremost, like, we all have a camera at this point, and that's your cell phone. I have an iPhone 8, so I don't even have the latest and greatest. And you can shoot 1080, 60 frames. A lot of phones can shoot, 4K. And so shooting 60 frames a second, you're able to slow that footage down. It's not something you have to go out and buy. You literally have this. Note you want to shoot it horizontally. I actually I have this push button so I can actually get a little steadier footage. I've used this for some of our work. And I have a nice expensive Sony mirrorless, but I'll pull out the cell phone sometimes when needed. It's super convenient. You generally have charging cords for it, so you don't have to worry about batteries. You would have to worry a little bit about your storage device, because when you're taking video files, that does take up a lot of storage, but you can get those to a computer as you're hunting or after season and kind of clean that up. But if you're going to use your cell phone, which if you're shooting deer inside a bow range, turkeys inside of 20-ish yards, like, you're going to be able to do a lot with that, or at least using a cell phone as maybe a secondary camera on top of that. But what you would need is a clamp like this. I'll do some close-ups here in a minute, but this is fully adjustable, tightens, adapts to any cell phone. And what I'll do, I'll even do this for different, like, Facebook Lives if I want something nice and steady, is I will clamp this guy solid. And then what I would probably do is adjust my lock screen to stay open longer, and have my camera, instead of that swipe up to get the camera, I would just put it here on my front icon so I can access it quickly if a deer shows up, and be able to start recording. What this allows you to do is take, say a camera arm, whatever camera arm you want, a good cheaper one that has everything included for about $75 is the Hawk. It doesn't have all the adjustments that say something like this has, but that's a good elementary type camera arm that'll get you started. And part of this whole process that gets overlooked in a lot of these Facebook threads is the fact that you've got to get used to carrying extra stuff as far as a camera arm, a base. Nobody talks about it enough that it's a pain in the ass to film your hunts. It's a pain in the ass to solo film. And so kind of testing the waters with minimal investment is not a terrible idea. I think I've talked to a couple people, and generally the average person films for about 13 months and then they hang it up, just because it is such a pain in the ass. So basic camera arm. What this clip allows you to do is actually insert your plate, because this has a bottom thread, which I will show you later. But essentially you could thread this guy on here. Now obviously your camera arm's on your tree like so, and then this guy will slide into your base here, and you're able to then film your hunts. So that's a pretty good option there. The other thing that this allows you to do, this clamp, if you wanted to use your cell phone on, like, say, like a small tripod, if you already have one, or if you're gonna buy one. Personally, I really like this, like, little mini Joby guy. You can see you can place it flat. You can prop this up about a foot off the ground, so you can set it on your tailgate. You can I've even used it turkey hunting. Obviously you don't have as much adjustment, but this is easy. It goes in a pack. This is easy to tote around with you. It's super light, super adjustable. But again, you could remove your tab here, it screws right into your base. Oh, 2 more turns here. And now you can insert this into your Jovi head. Now your Jovi head is a little more expensive. I think this is like $30-ish. There's a couple different brands out there. I would recommend, if you're gonna buy from Amazon, look at a few of the reviews. Obviously this can be configured 1,000 different ways. You can wrap it around a tree branch if you really wanted to, which is cool. Another thing that this can double as is a selfie stick. You know, you can adjust this point and get this out away from your body as a selfie stick, which is nice. If you were gonna go film your hunts, this can fit in your backpack, and now you've got a tripod with you that adapts to your phone, so you can get some of those shots of dragging out a deer or anything where you need to put a camera on the ground. This will get you elevated enough, in most cases in the timber. Obviously, if you're in some high grass, you might be in a little bit of a pinch. The other part to, say, filming your hunts and using like lower budget friendly equipment, you could step up your game and get a microphone that adapts to this. They make cages that go on your cell phone that you can then adapt a mic, or even a mic and a small light if you're going to do a nighttime recovery, or just hold your phone with a headlamp beaming as kind of, you know, you're holding it and looking with it. But an external mic, not a terrible option. The other nice combination, what you could do is just get you a cheap Canon Vixia, or as Sony makes them. They're all identical, if you will, like a small camcorder. Something that if you're wanting to slow down your footage, you're going to need 60 frames a second. You save a little bit of money if you don't want to go 4K. I don't shoot a tremendous amount in 4K just due to file size. That's kind of something that I'll have to upgrade my computer and everything else before I start really diving into 4K. So you probably pick up, you know, a used camcorder in 1080, and that'll get you your deer footage. That's what these camcorders kind of do for your elementary filmer guy, is it allows you to zoom into that deer at 60 yards or whatever, get couple seconds of footage, and then you can back it out if you're solo filming in case an opportunity presents itself. But I really feel like even working these two in tandem, you can do a lot. But if you're somebody that doesn't want to invest a lot of money, because these, you know, if you're going to buy an extra battery, there's a little cash. If you're going to buy SD cards, buy good ones. That's some additional costs with working with any sort of camera. You know, you're looking at $80 for a tree arm. And like I said, I think this is somewhere in that $30-ish range. And if you lose, which can happen, if you lose these clips, you can pick those back up for like $5-7. Any of the smaller tripods can give you an option, just something that's you're going to take with you. So again, those are just a few options out there that I feel you can use for your hunts if you're wanting to do it on a budget-friendly level. Thanks for watching.